Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna doesn't favor her stepmonster, and we prognosticate she makes a right move toward her in the coming days. After all, she swore to exclude that trouble to a relationship with Steffy's hubby and Luna's pater, Finn. The fact that Steffy needs a good reason to quit LA and you have a classic whodunit on your hands. How exactly will Steffy be fated? Luna won't stop trying to see Finn. All of her defiance could affect in Steffy simply saying bye to LA and her home. And who could condemn her? Luna tried to kill her formerly ahead. Indeed, if Steffy leaves, we know she'll return bigger and badder than ahead. Luna has abducted Steffy ahead. What's to stop her from doing it again? Absolutely nothing. When Luna abducted Steffy, put her in a pen, and awaited for the structure to be demolished? Which is why we wouldn't put at once Luna to repeat history. Sheila is on to Luna, so she may be suitable to stop her before she acts. Also again, knowing Sheila, she might step up to help her granddaughter since she also loathes Steffy. Would Luna actually kill Steffy? Luna could move Sheila that getting relief of Steffy would free a path to Finn for both of them. That would be potent soliciting to Sheila, but would she risk her redemption? Liam is exploring treatment options for his cancerous brain excrescence, extending his life and potentially open up unborn treatment avenues. Could we witness a maternity bouleversement if the Croakers determine that they bear benefactors to give natural material to help in curing or supporting Liam's health throughout his treatment? Maybe this is a possibility. We're going to bandy how this could affect in a shocking maternity disclosure that might disrupt numerous lives in LA. Still, which it seems he will, the cancerous mass in Liam's brain could either shrink or its growth could be halted through radiation and chemotherapy, if he warrants to do with the treatment. This is what Dr. Grace and the Neuroplatoon have suggested. There are fresh cancer curatives that could round these treatments. Certain types of cancers that can lead to brain excrescences may profit from a stem cell transplant or a bone gist transplant. Many Liam's options may bear a donation from a family member. A relative with a natural connection to him would be more suitable. As illustration, Grace might want Liam to admit platelet infusions. These infusions can help cancer cases who witness bleeding problems, as they prop in clotting and other functions. They may request to test Liam's family members to determine if they're compatible for donation. This could also involve the children. Add if Liam's cancer is a type of blood cancer, Grace, Finn, or Bridget might propose a bone gist donation. This would need to be from someone who shares a blood relationship with Liam. The reason I mention all of this is that there are two undetermined maternity questions. One is commodity suckers have eagerly anticipated for times, while the other is likely to be unpopular among them. You might recall that the maternity of Steffy's two children, Hayes and Kelly, was a content of enterprise during both of her gravidity. Steffy had to suffer maternity tests on both occasions. One of these tests indeed led to the end of her relationship with Liam, the man she loved at that time. Will the cancer plot produce a credible maternity twist? It's strange that despite Liam having cancer, the details have been relatively vague, analogous to how they handled Eric. To this point, I can't flash back them actually saying the word cancer regarding Liam still. Grace did bandy oncology with Liam, which pertains to cancer treatment. She also mentioned radiation and chemotherapy, both of which are well-known terms associated with cancer. Also, we know that detergents frequently bend the rules of wisdom, as they were basically fabricating details about Eric's illness. For a long time, they didn't indeed specify what he was suffering from, only that he was dying also. Out of the blue, there was a miraculous cure. It seems that the CBS cleaner might formally again engage in some questionable wisdom, suggesting that Liam's cancer could potentially be treated through a transplant or donation. This could involve platelets, or maybe indeed bone gist, but in real life that only works on leukemia. There's also the possibility of using cord blood, leading to a script where everyone in the sanitarium nursery gets tested, since the blood is from umbilical cords. But for regular transplants, Bill would clearly be among those tested, along with Steffy, and hope to ensure all options are explored. Still, the hunt could widen to include testing children and other cousins, and also musketeers, if none of them turn out to be a match. Children and siblings of any age can be suitable patron campaigners for Liam. Handed they're a match, this could potentially broaden the options to include the children. I'm sure Finn, Steffy, and Hope would all agree that it's a good idea to have all the kiddies tested. Regarding Hope, there has no way been any mistrustfulness about Beth's maternity. Yet, if they do end up conducting patron tests, we might be in for a shocking disclosure about the maternity of one of Steffy's 2 children. We might not take it well, but if Hayes is tested, it could reveal that he's actually Liam's son rather than Finn's. But that's not all. There's a possibility that Kelly could be Bill's, not Liam's. For quite some time, there have been reservations that Steffy's maternity test may have been manipulated, conceivably by Bill himself. Kelly, being Liam's assumed son, would be a likely seeker for testing as a patron since she should partake a 50 DNA match with him, making her a suitable patron. Still, can you imagine the surprise if the results showed she was only a 25 DNA match? If Steffy had Kelly tested for platelet or bone gist donation. It could throw a curveball by revealing that Bill tampered with the maternity test in an attempt to attune with Liam. Still, she'd only partake 25 of her DNA with him, which might render her an infelicitous match for donation, if it turns out that Kelly is actually Liam's half-family rather than his son. We have long wanted Kelly to be proven Bill's, not Liam's. We have been eager for a maternity switch, moving Kelly from Liam's to Bill's. Flashback, after Steffy spent that night with Bill, he began manipulating Liam, making him believe he and Steffy were involved. This was Bill's attempt to steal Steffy down from Liam. By the time Steffy discovered her gestation, Bill regrets and was trying to show he could be a responsible father, wanting Liam to be happy and settled with Steffy. Yet, when Liam and Steffy learned about the gestation, she couldn't shake the fear that the baby might belong to Bill. When Steffy revealed to Bill that she was awaiting, he felt anxious as well, knowing that Liam would no way let him off the hook accordingly. Steffy kept this possibility hidden from Liam. She hastened to the sanitarium to discreetly gain a maternity test. It was just before Christmas. Bill was apprehensive that she was witnessing the test. Also, he appeared at the Croker's office on the day Steffy entered her results, which was shortly after Christmas. Bill was kindly hanging around the sanitarium, close to the lab. Steffy banged into him right after she learned the test results indicated it was Liam's child. We have questioned this ever ago because Bill was in a place he surely shouldn't have been. Numerous people are eager to discover if Kelly is actually Bill's son with Steffy and, in fact, Liam's little family. It clearly doesn't look like Liam is going to get one. It's crushing to suppose about, but Liam's days appear to be truly numbered. The show has constantly stressed the fact that this story is different from Eric and played down any possibility of a last nanosecond save. It feels like it's time for observers to accept that Liam is truly marching toward a grim fate. All signs point to Liam's fatal exit, so that's going to affect plenitude of characters and drive stories for quite some time. Now that Luna is twisting out of control again and facing Sheila pressure to leave city, the jottings on the wall. Luna's exit appears to be in the workshop, especially since she'll go after Steffy with a gun soon. That's clearly the kind of writing you give a character when you want to write them off the show. Luna could still pop up in captivity scenes if she goes back there. Still, it's also possible Luna could flee city after committing further crimes or indeed lose her own life if her plot goes wrong. Although Steffy's exit will be temporary, she indeed has a departure coming overdue to Jacqueline McInnes Wood's motherliness leave. It's just a matter of how B&B will write Steffy out until Wood's ready to return. Steffy could spend some time in Europe after Luna goes off the rails. It wouldn't be the first time Steffy skipped city with the kiddies following a stressful, scary fire. It could take the coma route with Steffy or find some other way to put the character on ice for a while. Steffy will need a temporary exit bow, so we'll bring you updates on any shocking news to come.